Welcome to Mindshock. This is your host, Bruce McGuire. And you are listening to the live Q&A series, 25th edition. These are very intriguing because we never know which topics we're going to end up on. Which clips we're going to end up reviewing in mind-shocking fashion. Logic and reason rule the day here, regardless of the topics, conspiratorial or otherwise. I'm, of course, your host, Bruce McGuire, and you want to help support the Mindshock channel here on the Bruce McGuire channel. You can donate to our PayPal. Just check the link in the description. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Patreon. You can also become a free patron to get updates if they're not working through YouTube, so you can be notified when all new lives or episodes of any kind are dropped. Comments, questions, theories, thoughts, suggestions, rebuttals, debunkings of any kind, leave them in the comment section, or if you are with us here live in the live chat, and I will try to get to each and every one of them. Welcome to our usual suspects here. We got Scott Hawkins in the house, Clark Rice, Stephanie McGuire, no relation to myself, Boggin, the slave, the fall enslaves us all. I am Ion's cat, Run Boston Bear, Fire Pixie, Truth Trollette, and once again, apologies for the delay. Heracles also up in here now, and Aaron walking in 4K as well. Tomorrow's the anniversary of Marmara's disappearance. Will you have any new episodes on the case? So, I actually have a couple more of the older ones that are still not back online. Almost there yet. Almost there, though. Almost got the entire Maura Murray archive, the most comprehensive, exhaustive, logical analysis of the case, only on Mindshock. A couple more episodes to go. Normally, I don't really do anything on the anniversary. No particular reason. It's just, yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do. I have 2 new episodes on new information that has never been gone over on any podcast, as far as I know. And obviously another live Q&A on the Maura Murray case coming as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I would do that tomorrow, though. I mean, in a weird way, I mean, I kind of like to not do anything on the exact anniversary, just in case, you know, if the family wants to do something, you know, obviously they should have the priority on the date. Yeah, so in general, I don't really do anything specifically on anniversaries unless it's something like maybe Titanic or some of the bigger, older historical events. Alright, so Stephanie McGuire says, why do people post they're going live at a certain time, then don't show? Okay, I showed. The problem is the YouTube servers do not allow you to go live when you want to go live a lot of the time. It simply doesn't work. You hit the go live button and it doesn't go live. And I know I'm not the only one that happens to, and I don't think it's only for, you know, creators that are involved in conspiracies or whatever, questioning the mainstream narratives. I mean, I've seen it happen to, like, random cooking channels. It's just YouTube being YouTube. It just glitches a lot of the time. Sometimes it even goes back and forth an hour on the scheduled time. I don't know if the glitch has something to do with the time or time zones, but a lot of the time, and you'll even hear other creators talk about it. I've seen people talk about it. You hit live, it just won't let you go live. Like, you got to reboot everything, just keep trying. And I'm not going to, sometimes just trying 20 times in a row doesn't work. So then I'll just, go do something else for 10, 20 minutes, come back, and then it usually works. Not always, but... So, yeah, I don't think most creators are just disrespecting their audience. It's just YouTube. It's YouTube being YouTube. A lot of times, that's why I don't even put up lives at a scheduled time. I'll try to do it basically almost with no notice, because I want to make sure, I want to just go live, because if it works, it works. And that way, it doesn't take an hour or whatever for YouTube servers. So that's, I would say that's definitely not me, and I would also guess most creators are not doing that intentionally. It's just YouTube is not very reliable, as you can tell even from, it doesn't even give out notifications most of the time. I think it did used to be reliable, though. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 algorithms ago. Because I don't really remember this issue... years, yeah, I think this is mostly, the last 2 algo switches, maybe. Alright, who else we got in here? Christopher Allen, welcome. Miss Joel. Clark says, of course, I have an opinion on Marvel. Yeah, I still have that episode that you were in the live to get back online as well. I just have a couple more, and then 100% of all the old episodes will be back online. Oh, IB McFly here. Got a notification right away this time. Awesome. Scott Hawkins says, I have spinal fusion surgery. Welcome Chin Chin as well. Surgery coming up next month. I have to stop smoking for the next 6 weeks for insurance. It's gonna be rough. Have you guys seen the conspiracy? Oh, wow. Okay, are we really gonna start with this? Oh, maybe we should. Are you guys aware of the nicotine conspiracy? I mean, this is kind of a big one. I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Let me see if I can find the video. So, I mean, this is a really deep one. I mean, it definitely needs a whole episode. But, okay, I think I found it. Okay, here we go. Again, I do not claim anything is true or untrue. This is Mindshock, where the motto is, the only thing we know for sure is that we don't know anything for sure. I simply present theories for logical analysis. Many of these theories are mutually exclusive, and I do not claim any of them are true or untrue. Yeah, we're going to start with the nicotine conspiracy here, and then we're going to move on to some old favorites, some new clips from old favorites. I think everybody can guess what we're going to be looking at, but the nicotine conspiracy is first. So here we have a clip. So, nicotine, this theory, again, I'm not claiming it's true, is that nicotine destroys not only bacteria and viruses, but nanotechnology. Supposedly, nicotine destroys nanotech.
Top.
What does everybody think of this one? You know what else is kind of crazy, though? What if the entire nicotine conspiracy in the tobacco industry, They contaminated all the cigarettes with chemicals, so that's what causes all the lung disease and all these other diseases. So smoking does cause that, but not necessarily nicotine. What if nicotine really does destroy all of this stuff? And if we're going to go with the Tartaria mud flood conspiracy, what if there really was some kind of Wi-Fi, nanotech destroying everybody, and that's why everybody was smoking all the time? What if it was like the equivalent of staying hydrated and having a water bottle with you all the time, like these days? What does everybody think of that? It's an interesting video here. This is nicotine supposedly just destroying nanotech. I mean, this is crazy stuff. And again, if you believe in the... so this is supposedly 100x magnification. And this is nicotine. I mean, this is crazy stuff here, if true. If this conspiracy is true, I mean, wow. So what if they did not only had free energy, and wireless communication in Tartaria, what if there was also an evil side to it, and that's why everybody started smoking, and that all continued until the re-education, until the new narratives started being put forth decades and decades ago. And big tobacco was taken down, co-opted, infiltrated in standard Illuminati fashion, the way they do with everything. Yeah, supposedly a lot of heavy smokers didn't have a problem with the recent health situation of 2020. Let's call it that. Truth Trollette says chewing helps get rid of parasites. Yeah, that's interesting. Wathaland says, why does it look like the tech is actually smoking the nicotine? Is it peer reviewed? Oh man. Stephanie says, I believe it. My type 1 diabetic hubby who dips worked all through CV. Dips? You mean smokes? Is dips a slang for smokes that I'm not aware of? Through CV alongside coworkers affected? Not affected. Pinto Sack in the chat says there was a good movie years ago called Thank You for Smoking. Is it like mainstream? I never heard of that. What is it about? It's a 2005 American film starring Aaron Eckhart, based on the 1994 novel. Very interesting. You know what else is kind of curious with big tobacco? So obviously there's corruption in everything. But what is kind of curious? What's kind of curious... So here are 7 or 8 major tobacco corporation representatives in 1994 testifying under oath that nicotine does not cause all these issues. Were they all lying? Very possible, because, I mean, you know, if they're corrupt billionaires. But on the other hand, did they know something else? But is it kind of strange, like, why would absolutely everybody be smoking in the 40s, or almost everybody? I mean, yeah, it was fashionable, but so what? I mean, it's just a weird thing, like cathedrals, cathode rolls. You know, what kind of frequencies were they giving out? They're all healing frequencies, you know, played on organs to help regenerate and heal your organs? I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously history's a mystery. As Napoleon allegedly once said, history is but a pack of lies agreed upon. His story. What else is buried in the library? Truth Trollette says the reason they want people to quit for surgery is because they say nicotine slows healing. Pinto Sack says, why do they put all that extra stuff in cigarettes? Yeah, think about water. Like the water industry, the water bottle industry. A lot of that water is actually pretty filthy if you put it through a water tester. And then you got the plastics contaminating the water. That doesn't mean that water's not good for you. That doesn't mean that water's not essential for good health. But look at how everything is co-opted and destroyed. Did they do that with cigarettes? I don't know. I don't know. This is Mindshock. We're just asking a question here. Asking questions. Walking in 4K says dip is oral tobacco. Very interesting. Yeah, and also, like, the Native Americans, I mean, a lot of ancient cultures, spiritual and otherwise, they were into the tobacco. They were definitely into tobacco and smoking all sorts of things. And shrooms as well. So yeah, I mean, if you look at the water bottle industry, the water bottling industry, a lot of that water is just crap. Especially what's it called? The alkaline water. They make those with like metal plates, and they have heavy metal contamination that could cause health issues. That doesn't mean that water's not good for you. So yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Clark says, when I was in Peru, I chewed a lot of coca leaves. Yeah. Yeah, glass is definitely the way to go for your water bottling needs. But also, even like Poland Springs, has anybody actually put that? You can buy a water tester, like those little tester devices for contamination, parts per million. And even like Poland Springs is pretty filthy. I mean, that's pretty equivalent to tap water, depending on where you live. So once again, that doesn't mean that good water isn't good for you. So, who knows? Maybe smoking organic cigarettes with no additives, maybe nicotine does have certain benefits. Austin MP88 says smart water is for dumb people. Oh, there's a whole smart water conspiracy as well, that it has nanotech in it. Yeah, it's freaky stuff. That's why it's called smart water, but... Alright, who's ready to get into... our old favorites here? We got some old favorites up in here. Let's go to the one and only Alex Jones, perhaps the greatest thespian of all time. We're going to look at some of Jones' recent thespianistic performances here. Has the world ever seen a thespian on the level of Alex Jones? The thespianism here is just off the charts.
Because I've got strategies that will defeat them, and you see that working. And very prominent people listen to me, and we have a huge effect on influencing the fight for human liberty. I'm a lobbyist for humanity and freedom and justice in life. So go to thealexjonestore.com. Go there and get the products today. They're great products. It's an adventure to wear these t-shirts. You'll meet so many cool people. You'll have so much fun. I mean, people finally get the shirts. They go, oh my God, somebody just bought my dinner. Oh my God, I'm meeting all these great people. Yeah. All of this, I mean, the products making you healthier and more focused and live longer, and they're the top of the line. Street apparel, the adventure that happens with that.
You hear that, folks? Get your Alex Jones apparel to live longer.
The cool knives, the coins, the challenge, I mean, all of it is cool. Even if they... All of it is cool. The challenge, I mean, coins, the challenge, I mean, all of it is cool. Even if they didn't have a show and were taking on the New World Order and been targeted. This is not a normal show. where I can just sit up here and do what we do. We have Democrat law firms filed in court ago that they've spent over the years $326 million. $26 million. $326 million. $326 million suing me.
So they spent $326 million suing this guy. Why not just give that to the Sandy Hook families? $326 million. So let me get this straight. I mean, like actual murderers who've caused issues with families, etc. They get sued for, you know, $1 million, $5 million. Alex Jones, who's accused of killing 0 people, has billion to trillion dollar judgments. I mean, think about that for a second. So Alex Jones allegedly said some mean things, or more accurately, repeated theories from other people, which which I still haven't found a clip of him specifically denying any deaths. Now, he did call the event staged, but that doesn't mean nobody died. But let's say he did say that, even though I haven't seen anybody present any actual video evidence. I don't think they played it at the trial either. But let's say he really did say some mean things. Let's say he denied that people died. The fine for that, apparently, is billions to trillions of dollars, or at minimum hundreds of millions. Actual murderers, actual people who've physically abused children, get sued for $1 million, $2 million, $5 million. What was OJ? OJ allegedly murdered 2 human beings. What was that? Was that $5 million or $2 million? What was the OJ thing? But Alex said some mean things, so he needs to be sued for billions or trillions. I mean, this is kind of weird. Like, has he himself killed or assaulted people? I mean, maybe he has, but that's not what he was accused of. So they're going. Let's get some receipts on here. Let's get some receipts here. What kind of timeline are we living in? I mean, and there's people actually defending this, because he might have said some mean things or repeated mean things that other people alleged. And let's compare that to actual now maybe they're innocent, but they're convicted murderers, at least in civil suits. And, or even some actual convicted ones. Murderers, assaulters, abusers of all kinds. They're getting hit with, you know, a couple mil. And Alex is getting hit. Alex is getting hit 2.75 trillion. Now, there was a 965 million jury award. Now, I'm not even sure about the legality of that one. I don't know if that was a default judgment or whatever. But the families want 2.75 trill for a guy who allegedly said some mean things. Curious. Very, very curious. And what he said resulted in 0 deaths, right? Apparently there were some like crazy listeners who may have, you know, made some phone calls, you know, may have engaged in some harassment. Now, there are actual, like, you know, Marilyn Manson, for example, was accused of his music. You know, actual murderers listened to his music and then killed people. Now, he was cleared. But, you know, there was actual murdering because people listened to Marilyn Manson and other artists. There were 0 murders as a result of the words of Alex Jones or Alex repeating what other people said. And so Marilyn Manson was fined $0 and spent 0 days in jail. But they want 2.7 trill for what Alex said, resulting in 0 deaths of any kind, and of course 0 deaths, assault, or anything from Alex Jones' own hand. Does this make sense to anybody? Like, even Alex Jones haters, does this make sense? So the biggest settlement I was actually able to find... So apparently it was 34 million. The Goldman family was awarded 34 million for the for the supposed actual murder of their son at the hands of OJ. So if you commit murder, and I'm not saying he did, but let's assume he did just for the sake of the argument. If you commit murder, you get 34 mil. If you say mean, or you get fined 34 mil. If you say a couple mean things resulting in 0 murders, resulting in some, other crazy people making phone calls as a result of your mean words, that should be 2.7 trill. So that was 965 mil, but to 2.7 trill sought. So, and the 34 mil is 64 mil adjusted for inflation. So, current dollars, 64 mil for actual murder, and 965 mil for allegedly saying mean things that aren't true. This track, I mean, what are people's thoughts on this? I mean, it's kind of weird. Does anybody find this weird? I mean, this is like a bonkers reality. And now keep in mind, according to Jones, who, by the way, he provides receipts more than anybody, he's saying that over 300 million was spent to try to get that 965 million. What if they had just given the 300, whatever he said, 326 million or something like that? They could have just given that to the families, because they want it's a 965 million jury award. I don't think Alex has paid out anything, right? So they got 0. I think they got 0 so far, right? And the sale of Infowars was actually blocked. So for anybody who doesn't have the latest on that, let's get that on. Yeah, let's use CNN as a source, because a lot of goofs like that one. So this is this is from last month. There was an update on this, but yeah, it's blocked. And I think the purchase was still only for like $1 million or a couple million, something like that. A couple million. So they allegedly spent over 300 million suing him. I think they've gotten 0 so far. I mean, what is going on in this timeline? I mean, it's kind of crazy. Clark Rice. I don't know if you're trolling. Clark Rice says, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from the consequences of speech. Yeah, obviously. I mean, there's always crazy people out there. Yeah, I mean, you could call somebody an idiot. They can punch you in the face. So, lawfully, they're going to be prosecuted and possibly imprisoned for assault. So that's the consequence of their consequence of your free speech. But, yeah. Austin MP88 says, the Alex trial is like the Nick Diaz marijuana. 5-year suspension when steroid cheats get hardly no penalty. Yeah, that was bonkers, too. That was straight up bonkers. That was crazy. That was crazy. Stephanie says, Alex Jones is a freaking psyop character, truth mixed with lies. I Am Ion's cat says, I'm catching up. Nicotine conspiracy, it's a performance-enhancing drug for mental focus. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Alright, so let's continue here, but this whole thing is just straight up bonkers. Like murderers, like convicted murderers. I mean, this was a civil suit, but... you know, in other cases, convicted murderers and assaulters, I mean, they get fined hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars for actually committing crimes by their own hand. But Alex allegedly says some mean things. And, yeah, or denies something verbally. And that justifies nearly $1 billion award with sought damages of 2.7 trillion. It says an additional 2.75 trillion. So that would bring it to about, you know, to nearly 3.75 trillion. So they want him to pay they want him to pay over $3.5 trillion for saying mean things and allegedly denying alleged deaths. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, even, let's say Alex knowingly, let's say he did commit defamation and he knowingly said these things that aren't true. You say some words, you gotta pay over $3.5 trillion. But you kill some people, 34 to 64 million. I mean, it's just kind of weird. Does anybody find that weird? I mean, even if you hate Alex Jones, do you find that weird? All right, so yeah, let's let's continue here.
Spent over the years $326 million suing me. It takes money to fight tyranny. It's one thing to have courage and information and be willing to do it. But if you're going to prominently take them on and they're going to hit back, you gotta square up and go for broke. But I can't do it without you. You are the variable. It's in your hands whether I continue to give this everything I've got. And all I ask you to do is empower me and continue to commission me. And I swear on my soul I will never betray you. And I will give you everything I've got. Turn me loose. Turn me loose. Turn me loose. Turn me loose. It's in your hands whether I continue to give this everything I've got. And all I ask you to do is empower me and continue to commission me. And I swear on my soul I will never betray you. And I will give you everything I've got.
So I found this very interesting because how often do interdimensional reptilian shape-shifting demons swear on their own soul? Are they even allowed to do that according to the laws of the universe? Supposedly they can't even lie to you directly or lie to a direct question. Here, Alex is swearing on his own soul that he will not betray his listeners. Caillou says, imagine wanting to rob someone's life ruined for saying a possible theory. Yeah, it's pretty bonkers. It is pretty bonkers. Like, even if you're wrong about the theory you're promoting, that is kind of bonkers. So, in terms of interdimensional reptilian shapeshifters a la David Icke, if you haven't checked out those 2 episodes I did in that series, check those out. If Alex Jones is some kind of demonic Illuminati shill, is he even allowed to say that? Do the laws of the universe allow for demonic interdimensional reptilian shapeshifting entities to swear on their own soul? Because I don't think I've ever seen, like scum like Obama or Bush or any of those scum. I don't think I've ever heard them phrase it like that, like say anything like that. Or even any of these Hollywood celebrities, like they don't say it like that. So, I mean, I've covered Jones extensively and all my different theories on maybe he started off as a shill because, again, who gets their own radio show fresh out of high school? That's suspect. That's highly suspect. But then maybe he became a true patriot just from covering this stuff for so long and he switched sides. Then he became compromised and maybe he switched back again, but who knows? Who knows? Truth Trollette says Alex himself can do it, but not the entity within him. Okay, so is it something like Scott Hawkins says, I liked him in his former life as Bill Hicks. If you haven't checked out the Is Alex Jones Bill Hicks podcast here in Mindshock, check that out. I mean, we go deep. I got some uncovered clips of Alex and Joe Rogan when they were young with some highly suspicious issues about Alex Jones's age. So yeah, I mean, I've just never heard a supposed, because some people think that Jones himself is some kind of reptilian, shape-shifting demonic entity shill of some kind. I don't believe I've ever heard one swear on their own soul, because technically they wouldn't have one, right? I mean, again, depending on which theory you believe in. So, what is everything? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll here. So let's see what everybody thinks here in the poll. Rodney Thomas says some of his former employees said they had to sign NDAs. I mean, that's become so standard. I don't think that even means anything. Also, like, if Jones is legit, he wouldn't really want, shills infiltrating his own organization and then going, saying anything, I don't know, compromising. So that does, I think both good guys and bad guys would use NDAs. John McClure says, or he's an actor playing the role of someone that steps out of line. That's interesting. That's pretty interesting. Well, look at the conviction in this guy's eyes. Again, and shill or not, like I've said, is there a greater thespian in the history of humanity than Alex Jones? I mean, this guy could act. I mean, he's acting circles around anybody in Hollywood. I mean, the sheer diversity of his thespianism. I mean, it's just unrivaled. It's unprecedented. It's unsurpassable. I mean, this guy could do fantasy epics. I mean, he could be a Bond villain. I mean, this guy can literally act any character you can imagine. I mean, the comedic timing, just the absolute conviction. I mean, he's just so believable regardless of what he's saying or what he's doing. Mojo Shop says demons can lie about anything. So supposedly they can't directly lie, though. So most of the poll is 25% says yes, the interdimensional reptilian demonic Illuminati shills can swear on their own soul. 56% say no, 19% too triggered to answer. Understandable. Very understandable. Okay. So yeah, I mean, Clark Rice says almost everything. They cannot lie about their name. Well, supposedly they can't. If asked a direct question, they can't lie, supposedly. We actually went over this in the Reptilian podcast where, who was it? Who was it that they were interviewing? Was it the Opie and Anthony show? They were interviewing some major government official. I forgot the guy's name. And he wouldn't say no, that he's not a reptilian shapeshifter. It was just weird. Again, you can check that out on that series, but let's continue the examination here, and then we'll go to the next clip. But look at the conviction in this guy's eyes. Is this really an interdimensional demonic shape-shifting entity of some kind?
And I swear on my soul I will never betray you. And I swear on my soul I will never betray you. And I swear on my soul I will never betray you. And I swear on my soul I will never betray you. And I swear on my soul I will never betray you. And I will give you everything I've got. And I will give you everything I've got. And I will give you everything I've got. And I will give you everything I've got.
Love it, actually, is what I think.
Don't hurt me.
I mean, just look at the unrivaled thespianistic ability of Alex Jones. I mean, this guy's an expert dancer. I mean, just look at the rhythm. Look at the rhythm here. This is absolutely unrivaled. I mean, Michael Flatley, who? Look at the dancing ability of this thespian. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is just absolutely incredible. Obviously, fair use. Night at the Roxbury, fair use. I mean, just look at the rhythm here. I mean, this is absolutely unrivaled. I mean, the entertainment value Jones provides is just absolutely off the charts. And just, again, look at the thespianism here. I mean, he's absolutely believable as any character. Good guy, bad guy, chaotic neutral. I mean, this guy can play it all. He can absolutely play it all. Oh, it was Rumsfeld. Clark Rice says Rumsfeld was asked by Louis C.K. if he was a lizard person. Yeah, and he refused to answer. It was crazy. It was pretty crazy. But let's continue here. I mean, again, the thespianistic ability of Jones. I mean, he might be the greatest thespian in the history of humanity.
No more.
And again, obviously this is fair use. We're all fair use all the time. I mean, just look and listen to all the fair use going on here.
Give me the wide shot. Let me get a wide shot. There we go. February 12th, and we're going to be following that, and I'm going to be talking to people who are going to be attending that, and we're going to try to get some of the representatives in the subcommittee on the show. $2.7 trillion is what they're saying.
Has anyone ever seen the head of a network behave the way Jones is behaving right now? Is everybody watching Jones' antics behind the scenes here? As Owen Schroyer is attempting to give some kind of legitimate professional broadcast. And look at what Jones is doing. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, this is wild. This is absolutely wild.
Of your taxpayer dollars in improper government payments. Trillion. So this is all going to come out in the subcommittee meeting, and this is just the beginning. Now, here is a school. Go ahead and roll clip 4 here, guys. You want to see where your money is going in Pakistan for these schools? Tell me, would you...
I mean, can anybody name anybody more entertaining than Alex Jones? I mean, this is just hilarious. I mean, one of his own employees is attempting to deliver a professional journalistic report here with intellectual honesty and integrity in a professional manner. And Jones is just running around like this. I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. I've just never seen anything like this. And Owen Schroyer's ability to just continue professionally talking here, I mean, we got to give a shout out to that. I mean, that's just incredible.
Send your kids to this school in clip 4.
गवर्नमेंट प्राइमरी स्कूल ये यूएस
Nice.
की
The
इमदाद
bombed
से
out
बनने वाला
building.
स्कूल है यानी इसके अंदर
Covered in
सिर्फ
dust
गवर्नमेंट के
and
पास
soot.
इंटरनेशनल इमदाद के
Wow.
बाद ये स्कूल बनाया
Really
गया।
nice.
इस
Billions
स्कूल
of
की
dollars.
सूरत-ए-हाल देखें।
This was
ये जो
159 million for this
दावेदार
school right here. Nobody can attend that school.
तरक्की कर ली है ये ठिकठा का अभी मैंने दौरा
So there you
शुरू
go.
किया,
There's
जिसका
where your
ठिकठा
money
कराची
is going.
में
Now, we got more from Trump, but there's a bit of an elephant in the room right now.
Look, I just want to come in here and say, good job on the show here. Say, everybody, you guys, the crew back there, just your clips alone. We got like 60 million views yesterday on X. See?
Oh, we're just beginning, Alex.
Hey, now, but the separately, I forgot to play that clip you were just playing today.
Which the school?
Yeah, 100-something million. Notice but at least they built something there with the 50 million in condoms. Nothing was even there. It's all criminal fraud. They all need to go to prison.
Owen actually kind of reminds me of how professional Alex used to be, right? I mean, look at all the papers professionally laid out. Look at Schroyer's, like, professional demeanor. He's not screaming. He's not dancing. He's not making crazy faces and running around the whole studio. Schroyer's demeanor, Schroyer's manner here is like the Jones of old, the professional-looking Alex Jones with the professional delivery. Caillou says, do you think it's possible that in between Infowars shows, they have Alex Jones strapped to a clockwork orange chair and screen being MK Ultra? I mean, anything's possible, right? I mean, here on Mindshock, the only thing we know for sure is that we don't know anything for sure. All I am and I don't know this for sure either, but is Alex Jones the greatest thespian in the history of the world?
I don't see how they recover from this. Sorry. They were having me tease you in there. Their idea.
Are you blaming the crew?
On the screen, and you just didn't see all the stupid stuff I was doing.
No, I saw it. I'm a trained professional, Alex.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I'm a trained professional. I saw your antlers and everything else. I see everything around here. What do you think all these screens are doing here?
Also, you did a Hulk Hogan.
I might have missed the Hulk Hogan, actually. I might have missed that one.
Or if I do that, I'm a Satanist.
Could you grow a Hulk Hogan style?
I could grow a mullet, yeah. It still grows on the sides. I even have some on the top. I just get tired of messing with it.
You should be Hulk Hogan for Halloween, actually. You could pull that off.
I don't know. I'm a little compared to him.
But you kind of you could do the look, dye your mullet blonde.
Brother. He's called in on the show before.
You could do the voice for sure.
Anyways, I'm going to leave now. I'm sorry I interrupted. This is the old school stuff's coming back now.
Do you feel good, Alex? How do you feel right now?
Good. I'm going to put that's actually a real photo. See, he wears a toupee. I don't.
It's true.
Look how fat I was.
If somebody told, okay, who here has watched Alex Jones for like at least 10 years? If 10 to 20 years ago you're watching Alex Jones, who would have believed that this is what Infowars would look like in 2025? Oh, man. Oh, man. Who would have thought, for the people that have been watching Jones's broadcasts on Infowars for the past 20 plus years or whatever, 15, 20 years or more, who would have thought this screen right here is what Infowars would look like in 2025?
Man, that must have been 4 or 5 years ago there on the board.
I actually think with the computer they added weight in that photo. I've never been that big.
You look like John Goodman, actually, in that photo.
I was getting really fat, man. All right, I'm leaving. No.
You're not a clone?
I got to put my sport jacket back on, and I got to cut some stuff too. But listen, I'm going to leave you back to the show. Good job with the crew.
They are doing a great job. They really are.
By the way, I think you should just stick with the new Oval Office thing.
I like the Oval Office.
This is the ultimate fear of the left is now happening.
And I don't know, maybe you'll be in the Oval Office soon. I don't know, maybe.
I could go if I want. I'm invited.
Yeah. It's such a weird political culture. It's just like, it's not really our style, you know?
Here's the deal. I'm really into here's the problem. We're over the target right now, digitally reaching hundreds of millions of people a day, more than ever. And the time spent going up there gets me out of the gun seat. I mean, like, we're not going to,
Yeah, no, I hear you. And it's, the schmoozing and it's just, it's not really our style.
Now, there was some pussy up on top of that Ops Club. We can up on top of it.
We like wearing.
There was some pussy up on top of that Ops Club. There was some pussy up on top of that Ops Club.
It's not really our style.
Now, there was some pussy up on top of that Ops Club. We can up on top of it.
We like wearing jeans and shirts.
Yeah.
And ripping them off and screaming,
I don't know.
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, the whole point is that, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it all. I'd rather just influence everything and defeat the enemy. You know what I mean? Though I was a little envious seeing Tucker and Elon with Trump wearing the silly hats. By the way, we were going to sell some of those in the store, and Chase asked me if I wanted to sell them, and I think I said yes. So we need to get those.
Here, I think we got one right back there.
And the reason I keep begging for money all the time.
Hey, bring him a hat.
Is that we literally had the Democrats. I mean, we've almost beaten the Democrats. See, we were doing this before it was cool. We had this a long time ago, didn't we?
Yeah, I have had that since like 2017 probably back here.
Yeah, so they're acting like this is something new.
That's actually bigger, by the way, than the ones they have on.
Yeah,
and you have a ours is much bigger, first of all, but your head is a lot bigger too.
Remember the famous thing I said? I'm not saying Trump's sucking a ding dong.
Yeah, I remember. I was sitting right here.
You like
it became a meme, actually.
That was good.
There you go. We could sell these hats.
My point is that they can't blackmail Trump.
We do a whole modeling show with these things.
Actually, yeah, we got like a runway.
Yeah. There you go. Do we have any, wonder if we can queue up some.
I mean, look at this swagger. I mean, he's even got the catwalk down. I mean, this guy's just such a master thespian. Is there any role he can't play? Is there anything this guy can't do? He's kind of like Seagal in life, where Steven Seagal has mastered all these different, not just all the martial arts, but he's like a master marksman, a master horseman. I mean, this guy, he's a fashionista icon as a designer. I mean, Steven Seagal does it all, and an actor, but I have to say, in the realm of acting, maybe Seagal can do it, but he just hasn't. He hasn't played a diverse, he hasn't played a diverse gamut of roles. Whereas Jones has literally, I mean, between the impressions, all the countless impressions and the accents, which we've gone over many times, I have to do an Alex Jones thespian mashup. That'll be next. I'll have to do that on all we've covered on the lives. On the Mindshock Rock Fan, there's actually a 4.5 hour mashup of his musical stylings. But, I mean, just this guy, there's no role this guy can't play. There's no impression this guy can't do. I mean, just, it's like, as an entertainer, I don't believe Jones has an equal as an entertainer. Clark Rice says, let's pivot to Seagal. Is he going to be appointed to Doge? I don't know, man. He's Putin's buddy now. I mean, I think he's training soldiers in Russia and Ukraine, or Ukrainian occupied, or Russia, whatever Russia's occupied in Ukraine.
Music here. Wait. Do we have any, wonder if we can cue up some music here. Wait. No. But we don't have the hats for sale yet, so we got to wait. This is a practice run.
We just got to get me, like, you know, walking around.
This is, the hat's a little morphed. It's been here for a while. Yeah. It's kind of, you know, it's like a 7-year-old hat.
More viewers, just while you do your serious news, I'll just do this.
Let me see if there's something that fits the occasion here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yeah.
Brown girls at the
yeah.
UFC.
Have you ever seen Night at the Roxbury, Alex? Do you know the Night at the Roxbury dance by any chance? You just do the head. You just go like this. Go like that. Oh, you had it. No, you had it. Just go like this. That's it. Yeah, there it is. Go. You can't hear the music. Hold on.
I mean, just look at the talent on display here. The absolute talent, the on-the-fly improv dancing. I mean, this is just unrivaled thespianism.
You can't hear the music. Hold on. Hold on. Go. You can't hear the music. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Get Alex with the Night at the Roxbury. There you go. You've never seen Night at the Roxbury, Alex? You should watch that. Go! You can't hear the music. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Get Alex with the Night at the Roxbury. There you go. You've never seen Night at the Roxbury, Alex? You should watch that this weekend with your kids. You'll love it. Have you ever seen Night at the Roxbury, Alex? Do you know the Night at the Roxbury dance by any chance? You just do the head. You just go like this. Go like that. Oh, you had it. No, you had it. Just go like this. That's it. Yeah, there it is. Go. You can't hear the music. Hold on.
So, who's the better dancer here? Is it Steven Seagal or Alex Jones? That's the question we're attempting to tackle here. Who is the more talented dancer? I mean, look at Seagal. I mean, Seagal's really getting jiggy with it here. Oh, man. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. But who's the better dancer here? Do we got Seagal or Jones? I mean, wow. I mean, Seagal's got this what is this, Kazakhstan style dancing? I mean, Seagal knows it all. I mean, is there any kind of... Who's better here, though? Is it Steven Seagal or Alex Jones? Oh, man. We need a poll on this. We definitely need a poll here. Let's see what all the listeners are going to vote here. I'll play it again just so we can have it all on the screen here. But is it going to be Seagal or Jones as the better dancer? Is it Seagal or is it Jones? Oh man, Steven Seagal is leading here. 60% to 30%, 10% too triggered to answer. Understandable. Always understandable. Scott Hawkins says, anything I can do, Seagal can do better. Truth Trollette says Seagal for sure. Scott Hawkins, is there any question? It's always gonna be Seagal. Truth Trollette says Seagal got them moves. Well, Seagal's definitely is more of an original dancer. Definitely. But I don't know the thespianism of Jones. I mean, it's so incredible. Margin narrowed a little bit. We got Steven Seagal winning by 55%. Ooh, Aaron with an interesting caveat. Aaron says Jones is probably better at impromptu. I mean, I don't know. This might have been impromptu by Seagal. Like, he's just hanging out in jeans and his black sunglasses, and all of a sudden, he just jumps into this traditional... I don't know if this is Kazakhstan or Mongolia or whatever. He just jumps into the traditional dance and just absolutely dominates here. I mean, this is just crazy. Clark Rice says Seagal's an enlightened being, no doubt about that. All right, so we got Seagal edging this out. Clark Rice says he probably trained in ballroom dancing in his spy training. Well, he probably, I mean, how is he a master of all these traditional folk dances of various countries? I mean, it's just crazy. All right, let's get back to Jones.
Hold on. There we go. Get Alex with the Night at the Roxbury. There you go. You've never seen Night at the Roxbury, Alex? You should watch that this weekend with your kids. They'll love it.
Stealing your hat.
No, we need that hat. I want it replaced then.
Because it could be more obnoxious than left. We gotta start. I would actually wear this right now.
Yeah. Wear it down on 6th Street. I think people will love it. Actually, is what I think.
Don't hurt me no more.
Give me the wide shot. Let me get a wide shot. There we go. And now he's heading to Mar-a-Lago. He's going to wear the giant foam hat on the airplane right to Mar-a-Lago. And then Trump's going to head to the Super Bowl.
I mean, is it just me, or is this segment funnier than any comedy that Hollywood has put out in the last 10 years? I mean, what is this guy doing? The head of a network is just randomly spinning and dancing while another news anchor is attempting to give a journalistic report. I mean, this is insane. Les Xylophone says Alex Jones needs a statue outside of the CNN building. Oh, man. Clark Rice says, no, actually, Seagal acting as Jones is better than Jones himself. Well, we haven't seen it. I'm not going to say that it's not true because we haven't seen it, but I haven't seen it. That was in response to Scott Hawkins says, the only category that Alex wins is being Alex Jones. Clark Rice says his wife is a pro-Mongolian dancer. Seagal's wife, his fourth wife now, or fifth? Clark Rice says, gotta be Seagal despite Alex's innate improv skills. Clark says, Mongolian folk dancing like a duck to water this Seagal guy. Oh, man, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Stephanie says, I'm lost. All right, well, let's continue this segment because I haven't seen the whole thing. So, like, what else is Alex going to do here?
There we go. There we go. There it is. All right, well, I've got witnesses and an admission when I see you in civil court, Alex. Because that hat could be worth trillions. That could be worth trillions. All right, what's next? What's next around here?
Hey! Where's the old clown we used to have?
Bozo?
Yeah.
They say it's in the other studio.
Really?
Bozo's in the other studio, they're telling me. That was also stolen from me.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think in the fairness doctrine, we should have Saki in here. Bozo should co-host.
I don't like going inside Jen Psaki. That's for the MSNBC viewing audience.
All right, get back to serious.
Yeah, well, I got a guest coming up in 10 minutes.
Oh, you got more viral clips to put out.
I do have a lot of clips to put out. I got a lot of news to cover. Hold on.
Remember that time I threw the hat on your head?
That'll never anything like that'll never happen again.
Oh, really?
I mean, this is not even. There's no way. This is. Yeah. That count? I have to throw the hat onto you. To a. There it is. Look at that. That's former.
I mean, is this a news broadcast or is this a comedy show? I mean, like, this is Infowars in 2025. I mean, just look at the screen. Just look at the screen. What are these guys doing?
Jen Psaki
He's now even a Trump supporter.
I wonder if Jen Psaki's contract is subsidized by USAID.
Look, the COVID's over, so even Jen Psaki's can take her mask off.
I don't think she would, though. Trying to do surgery here. I thought Bozo might have been flattened. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? All right.
I mean, if someone had told the Infowars watchers of Alexis Jones' original Infowars show and his original radio show that this is what it would look like. In 2025, you got Gandalf the Grey headbanging to dance music while Alex Jones is dancing and dressing up some kind of a clown inflatable. Is that a duck? Is that a clown duck with a Biden shirt? With an oversized Make America Great Again hat. I mean, I'm still maintaining this entire segment. This segment is funnier than any Hollywood comedy I've seen in probably at least 10 years.
What do you
Leave me alone. I'm going.
what do you call this segment, guys?
No, you put this out. Jen Psaki officially endorses Trump. It's true.
Jen Psaki.
Our fact checkers say this is really Jen Psaki.
Jen Psaki puts on MAGA hat on Infowars.
Yeah, that's it. Jen Psaki officially joins Trump. Takes her mask off.
She's taken the COVID mask off, and she is now wearing the MAGA hat. There you go. There you go. That's Roger Stone in Florida there. We're about to go to Florida coming up with our next guest, by the way. There you go. There's your behind the scenes right there. Who knows what's going to happen?
Folks, I'm not funded by any big corporations or anybody. I am funded by viewers and listeners because over the years they would target our sponsors and threaten them and take them away. We direct sell high.com.
Go like this. Go like that. Oh, you had it. No, you had it. You had it. Just go like this. That's it. Yeah, there it is. Go. You had it. No, you had it. You had it. Just go like this. That's it. Yeah, there it is. Go. You can't hear the music. Hold on.
Who thinks Alex Jones would be the funnest guy to go clubbing with? Can you imagine going clubbing with Alex Jones? I mean, he would clean up on the dance floor for sure, but just, with his personality, just hitting the clubs with Alex Jones. Here's another clip of Jones dancing This was an old clip. Haven't seen it in a while though. But well, let me get this on the screen here. I mean, we need to do an official. There needs to be an official dance contest between Jones and Seagal. I mean, we need to make this official, because this age-old question that people have been debating for decades: who's the better dancer, Alex Jones or Steven Seagal? I mean, I don't know. This is truly a tough one. I mean, I really don't know. This is a really tough question, but I'm gonna have to maintain that Jones might be the greatest thespian of all time. I mean, just again, between just the diversity of his acting ability, his delivery, his impressions, his comedic timing. I mean, it's all there. I just don't know if anybody's better. Never seen anybody better. And like I mentioned before, if Hollywood wasn't a cesspool of a corrupted Illuminati filth, I mean, if they made actual real art anymore, I mean, Jones would sweep every award show there was. I'm not sure how anybody could argue that. But check out Jones here. This is his iconic dance with a spinner. That is just completely unrivaled. I mean, can anybody else dance with a spinner like this? I mean, just look at that soul there. Look at the soul right there. Alex is so into it. You could feel the passion of the dance there. Michael Flatley, who? I mean, look at Jones enjoying himself here, just dancing with a spinner. I think Alex Jones enjoying himself dancing with the spinner here is more joy than people experience in an entire lifetime. I.B. McFly says his command of facial expressions is top notch. Truth Trollette says, I haven't watched anyone else dancing with a spinner. Well, nobody can pull it off. Who could pull it off like this? Who could pull it off like Jones? Now, here's another question. Who thought we would be discussing Alex Jones versus Steven Seagal dancing ability on this live Q&A? We never know where these are gonna go. All right. What is I'm probably gonna wrap this up kind of soon. We got a late start, but does anybody have any more questions? What should we close this out with? But like I said, I don't think I've seen a Hollywood movie, like a comedy movie, anywhere near this level of entertainment. I mean, this whole segment on Infowars was funnier than any Hollywood comedy I've seen in many years. Truth Trollette says it's Mindshock, anything is possible. I think we're the only podcast discussing these important questions. These questions of critical importance to the fate of the world. Anybody else got any questions? Anything you want to go over? I'm almost done getting the archive back online, so new episodes coming in every series. I will also be doing a logical breakdown of Shiva Ayyadurai and Flat Earth Dave's very interesting interview. That's quite an interesting one. Clark Rice wants more Roller Jam talk. You didn't have enough? I just had that jumbo stream going for how many hours of Roller Jams? Am I going to need to make an entire second channel Mindshock Roller Jam? Oh, man. So the Mindshock Roller Jam Jumbo podcast was almost 6 hours. It was 5 hours, 42 minutes, 48 seconds. So more than 5.5 hours of Roller Jam on Mindshock, and you want more? Scott Hawkins says yes. Oh man, you can never get enough Roller Jam. All right, we'll wrap this episode up with another Roller Jam segment that I didn't actually go over on the episode 3 of the Roller Jam series, but let's do this. There's actually kidnappings on Roller Jam. I mean, they pull out all the stops for Roller Jam. Let's look at this. Alright, we got some kidnappings going on. You could already tell something crazy's gonna happen just from this guy's hair.
Second straight Founders Cup victory when Captain Sean Atkinson is making three-peat. Captain Sean Atkinson is making. And not only is the Atkinson legacy thriving in Roller Jam, the family continues to grow.
I always thought the model was a piece of garbage. But then, I found out he's my brother. And together, we're going to take out the trash. Ooh, Dada! Logue, on behalf of my illustrious family, the Atkinsons, I vow to take over this league once again.
After kidnapping Lindsey Francis for joining the Enforcers, Commissioner Logue and his new allies, the Moral Authority, are sure to be the first victims Hack Attack drops at the dump.
Get this straight once and for all. Lindsey Francis was not kidnapped. The poor wretch was hanging around Mark Amato and his cronies, so I believe intervention was called for. Therefore, the Moral Authority was dispatched to assure her safety.
I have touched Lindsey Francis in the most sensitive of places. I have touched Lindsey Francis in the most sensitive.
Called for. Therefore, the Moral Authority was dispatched to assure her safety.
I have touched Lindsey Francis in the most sensitive of places. Her soul, she will be healed. So saith the prophet.
But tonight, Atkinson's great squad, who demands admiration here. But tonight, great squad.
look at the skills of the guy that jumped over all of them. I mean, look at this absolute ruthlessness. I think he landed on the guy's head with his knee too. Look at that. And the guy behind them just jumps over all. Look at that skill. Oh man. Just the absolute viciousness of this sport. Quite possibly the greatest sport of all time here. I mean, this is crazy. We got kidnappings. All of these crazy body slams. I mean, has anybody seen any other sport like this?
They're here. You know what? Sick and tired of not getting respect in WSL. This year, the real Mo Sanders is going to step up, and everybody's going to bow down.
Well, Mr. Lowe, you may be the new commissioner, but I'm still the king. And when my briefcase comes, everybody listens.
The California Quake.
So, Roller Jam even has random kidnappings going on here. Quite the interesting show. Clark Rice says, now that I'm convinced that it is mostly real, it's insane. Yeah, I'm sure they have whatever kind of storylines, you know, some kind of umbrella ideas. But everything in the midst of play appears to be pretty legit. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. But thanks again, everybody, for joining us for another edition of Mindshock Live Q&A. Yes, there's another Missing in Panama episode coming soon. And also Amy Bradley as well. If you guys want to help support the Mindshock podcast, help logic and reason return to a world that is quickly going extinct of logic and reason, you can donate to our PayPal. Just check the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and share. You could also check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Patreon. This is Bruce McGuire signing off. Catch you guys next time.